Hello Awakened Souls, my name is Hayley and this is Divinity Tarot and Tea. I'll be having a cup of tea during this reading as tarot and tea go so well together. So grab a drink of your choice, get comfy and join me as we spill the tea together on your current situation. I'm just burning some Palo Santo incense to clear the air of any negative attachments, any negative energies that may come through in this reading, for you and for me. So let's get into it. So I'm using the Mystical Red Rose Oracle today to start with, and we'll take a look at your person's current energy as it stands today. What are their thoughts, feelings, actions towards this situation? We have engagement ring, higher commitment, eternity, partnership and union, completion. I feel like your person has definitely fantasized about these things with you. They've actually, thought of the scenario of living with you, being in a committed relationship with you, doing the day-to-day with you. Maybe not necessarily an engagement ring, but they have actually thought of having a full-on relationship and commitment with you, a higher commitment. So I'm using the Modern Day Witch Tarot, and we've got the Chariot here. I feel like everything that they're doing at the moment, they're doing it towards being with you. That you are their driving force. You are the driving factor behind decisions that they're making at the moment. Getting up out of bed every day and doing the mundane. You are the driving force behind them. We have Three of Swords. Yeah, this person has been through a lot of heartache recently. There could have been a breakup that they've just gone through or they are currently going through right now. And it was quite brutal. I feel like there was a lot of loss. They lost a lot of finances, assets, reputation. There was a lot of slander. A lot of sleepless nights, and just having to grieve the way of life that they had. You get used to your way of life, even if it is an uncomfortable comfort zone. We have Five of Wands. Yeah, there's still a lot of harassment, slandering, bickering, trying to get back at them, revenge, trying to make them look bad, hostilities going on. They're in the thick of that right now. But even though they're going through all of that, they're still thinking of a time when they can be with you. So we'll look at your current energy as it stands today in the last 24 hours, because if you are in a twin flame situation, if you're thinking of your divine masculine, you must always pull that energy back towards yourself. You must always focus on yourself. Bring it back to you. Because if you're always thinking of the divine masculine, then that's where the energy will go. It won't come into union. We have talking. Interested, awaiting messages, texts, calls, email, talking more. I feel like you are longing for some communication from your person. Anything at all. At this point, you'd be willing to take small talk. How's the weather? Just anything at all. You're forgetting what their voice sounds like. You're just wanting to be in their presence. Even just a text message would do you at the moment, would suffice. That's what I'm feeling. Page of Wands. Yeah. Again, that's that communication. You're wanting communication. Something small, because it is the Page of Wands. You know, anything will do, even if it is that one-liner text message. Hey, how are you? You know. The Lovers in reverse. You've been in separation for a long time, and yeah, you don't know what's going on at the moment. You have no idea that they've gone through this breakup over here. You have no idea that they're still thinking of you, and you're left completely in the dark over this situation. Queen of Wands. Does he still want you? That's the burning question that you have. You know, does your masculine still want you? You know, we always see the cat in between the legs of the Queen of Wands, which is, you know, I don't need to explain what that means, but yeah, the Queen of Wands is that, you know, that passionate interest. And you're wondering if he feels about you that way. Is he physically attracted to you still? Or has he found someone else? That's what you're wondering. So I will pull out another card here just for you on that to get some more clarification. And we have the Knight of Wands. That there will be some coming action. Even if it is something really small, there will be some coming action. So we'll cut back to your masculine, and we'll find out what's going on with them first. We have backstabbing, heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. Yeah, they're going through a really brutal separation. This could have been a long-term relationship that they were in, or a marriage. And yeah, it's really bad. You may not have seen your person, but they're looking pretty worse for wear at the moment. So they probably don't want you to see them at this point in time. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, they're worried about you seeing them this way. I feel like in the past, or up until this point, they've put a lot of effort into how they present themselves to you. So, you know, maybe in the past they've always made sure that they shaved, or always made sure that they had their hair cut, or, you know, were wearing nice clothes and were clean and all that sort of thing. But because of what they're going through at the moment, it's a bit harder for them to look after themselves. And yeah, they just don't want you to see them like this. I feel like they're saying, anyone but you. I don't want you to see me like this. We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse position. Yeah, he wants the image in your head of him to be of how he was before. He doesn't want you to think of him like this. He wants you to remember him, you know, when he was doing well, when he was, you know, maybe he's not so healthy at the moment. Maybe he's going through a bit of depression and maybe doesn't look the best at the moment. There could be some alcohol or drugs involved. Sleepless nights, that kind of thing. And he's looking a bit worse for wear, and you are the only one that he doesn't want to see him like that. Anyone else, he doesn't really care. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, he feels like it's a stark contrast to what he used to look like, particularly when he used to come and see you, because he would spend time making himself look pretty decent before he came to see you. And he feels that it would be quite a shock to you to see him this way. So we'll jump back to you over here. And we'll look at the second card for you. Messages from Spirit. Advice. Sunglasses. Watching, looking, perception, stalking. Yeah, I feel this is your energy because you're waiting for that communication. You could also be watching. You know, you might even be looking on their socials or driving past their work, looking for them, that kind of thing. Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. Because you're wanting to know why you've been shut out. You're wanting to know why the silence, you know, even if it's painful, you know, if there's another woman involved or something like that, or, you know, you need to know, you need that closure, is what I'm feeling. Three of Pentacles in the reverse position. I feel like you have been past their work on occasion, looking for them, trying to find any hints or clues. But you're sort of coming up short. It's like they're staying hidden from you. You may even work with this person, or they're in your community area. You may see them on a regular basis, but you haven't seen them for a while. Knight of Cups. Yes, some of you may be wanting to offer something yourself. You may be wanting to initiate some kind of interaction, some kind of communication. Can we get some advice from Spirit around that? We have the High Priestess. And, you know, I feel like Spirit is saying that Divine Feminine should never chase. So Divine Feminine is the feminine energy, regardless of if you're male or female. And the feminine energy should never chase, because that is the masculine energy. And when the feminine chases the masculine, it repels. It's like two of the same ends of a magnet. I have a magnet here to show you. See, when you've got opposing ends, it magnetizes, but when you've got two of the same ends, it repels. So yeah, if you're both in the masculine energy, they can't stick together, they can't come together, and it repels. Yeah, so Spirit is saying don't actively chase. You know, perhaps going past is fine in that, just don't actively try to initiate anything. And in the center energy, we have the chaser. That's what we were just talking about. Fear of abandonment, chasing, codependencies. Yeah, Spirit is saying, be very careful here. You have to be very careful not to chase them here, because that will send you right back into that runner chaser mode. I feel like you've passed that mode energetically, but if you were to start chasing them, trying to initiate something, particularly something romantic, you're going to chase them away even further. And, you know, they've clearly got a lot of healing that needs to go on at the moment. They're not in the right head frame. So even if you did, here's the thing, if you did get to them, if you were successful and, you know, you came together while he's in this state that he's in, it's not going to be good. Whatever happens between you when he's in this state is probably not going to be good at all. So you're better off just waiting. We have the Magician. You are the creator. You are the manifester. But be careful not to abuse that power. You know, that doesn't mean having to control all the time, because that is part of that, you know, codependency, toxic energy, having to be in control all the time, having to be possessive and controlling. Being in the flow is allowing your original path to unfold. Letting go and giving to God. You know, put down the wand. You see the Magician there that, you know, they're holding the wand. Put it down and give it to God. Give it to Divine. Allow it to happen. We have the Hanged one. Yeah, being in the flow, just allowing it, just chilling out. You can see this person, you know, they're hanging upside down on a tree. They've got the leg folded. They're not in a painful situation. They can get out at any time. And, you know, the blood is rushing to their head because they're in this yoga pose, and so they're able to think more clearly. That's why they've got all that light around their head. That's what you need to do. You need to just chill out, perhaps even do some yoga or Pilates or something like that, and just get back into that flow state. Stop panicking about what your Divine Masculine is doing. And like I said before, bring the energy back to you, because you're focusing too much on the Divine Masculine. And when you're focusing on the Divine Masculine, what are you doing? You're chasing. You're chasing them away. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. Make sure your intentions are always in unconditional love. You need to check yourself often, because it's easy to slip back into mind and ego. You need to always check, am I doing this out of a soul frequency, out of unconditional love? Or am I doing this out of fear? And, you know, if you are looking for signs, checking out his socials, going past his workplace, trying to initiate contact or initiate some kind of romantic thing, like give him a gift or a message or something, you're doing that out of fear. You're not doing it out of unconditional love. Unconditional love is freedom. That's the best way to think of it. Am I allowing them their freedom? Freedom to grow, freedom to evolve, freedom to go through these hard lessons, freedom to go through the fall, through the tower. I love my person so much that I'm giving them the freedom to go through this lesson, because it's only in the mistakes that we evolve. I worked in disability for years, for 15 years, and I would often see workers, they would come along and they would do everything for the client, for the person that had the disability. You know, they would make their bed and shower them, do everything for them, cut up all their food, and everything looked pristine and perfect. And, you know, they'd come along and I'd be on shift and they'd say, why is this a mess? Why is the bed not made properly? Why is the clothes on the line hung out all messy? And I'd say, hey, don't say that. You know, the person made their bed. The person put their clothes on the line. It doesn't have to be perfect. The point is that they did it. You know, you need to let go of that perfection, because when you rob someone of the ability to make mistakes, you're robbing them of the ability to grow. A lot of parents do that to their children, particularly their adult children. You know, they don't want them to get hurt. They don't want them to go through the things that they went through. And so, you know, they hover around them and make sure everything's done for them. They pay for everything. And, you know, what are you doing though? You're robbing them of making mistakes. You're robbing them of going through hardship. And what you're doing is you're robbing them of those lessons, those opportunities to learn, opportunities to grow, opportunities to evolve. Yeah, we need to back off. We need to stop being perfectionists. And in unconditional love, allow people to go through what they need to go through. So I'm going to pull an Angel's Whisper card here, and we've got 000, guidance. You have full support of the divine. The guidance you are seeking is here, and your life is moving in the right direction. This is the start of a new beginning, where one cycle ends and a new begins. I trust in the magic of new beginnings. I feel the support and guidance that is all around me. Yeah, endings are beginnings in disguise. This ending may be really, really hard on your person. It may be brutal, but they need to go through it. And once they do go through that healing, that closure, then new opportunities will come in. And that could be with you, or it could be with someone else. And, you know, it's all part of their destiny. It's all part of their path. And if you stay in that unconditional love, you will agree that, you know, you want what's best for their higher self. So I'm going to pull a song card here. And we've got Everybody's Talking by Harry Nilsson. Yeah, like I said, your person could be going through a hard time where there's a lot of slander and, you know, loss of reputation and stuff like that. So they're feeling pretty horrible at the moment, and they don't want you to see them like that, and they don't want you to hear any of this bad stuff. So that is why they're staying away at the moment. So I'm going to finish off with a tea leaf reading here. We'll look into the cup. I can see a bow, whether it's a bow tie or just a bow. And I feel like that's all tied up. Something needs to be packaged properly, you know, to the last degree. So don't come in and interfere. You know, stay out of it. Be in that unconditional love and allow it to happen, because it needs to be tied up properly. If you interfere now, you will stop the whole process. It needs to unfold the way it's supposed to. So let them finish tying this up. I can see a tornado here. Oh, and it just fell apart just as I was pointing to it. Yeah, that's that storm that came through your masculine's life and just shattered them. They are completely shattered at the moment. And that was that falling that we just saw that shattered to the ground. So yeah, if you did see them, you might not like what you see at the moment. It could be quite a shock. I'm getting a rider on a horse here too. And I'm hearing that song in my head, Riders on the Storm. And I'm feeling like You know, your masculine is a very capable person. They're very strong. You know, have faith in your masculine that they will get through this. They're a very strong, not just physically. I feel like they are very strong physically, but they are also strong in their soul. So I'm going to leave that there. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, share if you feel like it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I send you all so much love and joy on your path. Take care. Bye.